Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back. Today, I will be, of course, putting some work in on my Chaos Knights. The work is never finished. I arrived on precisely 420. Coincidence? I think not. Of course. This could be bad. It's kind of weird. Maybe my my masking putty's like going bad. That's weird. Time to check the Sunday preview. We're hopefully getting something good. Isn't it, isn't it Idanet this week on pre-order? The new Heresy Edition, pre-order next Saturday? Sheesh! That's awesome. You'll love to see it. Alright, sorry, I'm a bit scattered today, but mainly what I'm looking to do is I got 2 brigands that I need to turn into stalkers. So I need to paint up some chain swords, and then also I'm building my Cerastus Knight chassis. So I'll be doing a little bit of both. A little bit of painting, a little bit of building. And let me tell you, the Cerastus Knight chassis is amazing. I actually have really enjoyed building this kit. They did a good job with it. Put all the armor plates to the side. Also, it gives you a little box with the pilot in his throne mechanicum. I don't know if I'm going to attach this to the model. I might just paint up the inside and have it like separate. But I love the pilot and the throne mechanicum. I think that's lit. I'd be a menace and glue it shut. No. So, one of the reasons that I really like this kit is the posability of the legs. So, it comes with preset positions. You can see like the insets and the tabs. It's like that at all the joints, but you can just cut off the tabs, and then it's as posable as you want, which I really like, especially considering how much I struggled with the Questoris kit, like trying to just pose the legs a little bit. Crazy. But yeah, this was really nice to build, and it's posable, so I can build both legs, kind of figure out how I want to put it on the base, and then glue the legs into position. No problem. Another thing that I'm doing, so it comes with trader symbols on the leg plates, and you can put a trader symbol on the top carapace, but it doesn't have a trader symbol for the shoulder pads. So I got these, I believe, from the Age of Darkness Horus Heresy box set. And I think I'm gonna try and scrape away this and put down the Horus symbol instead. I think that'll look cool. But I've never like scraped away something like that before, so we'll see how it goes. We're trying something new, and I think it'll look cool. So yeah, I don't know. I don't remember getting these bits, but I found them in like my bit stores, and the Horus Heresy box set is the only box I can think of that would have these that I got. But yeah, I got 3 of these symbols and then 1 of these. So I kind of want to use them all, but the only idea I have right now is the 2 for the shoulder pads. So I have an extra big one, and then a small one that's like filled in. But I have to kind of figure out. Maybe so. Like this is like the groin armor. Maybe I'll put one here too. It's too wide actually. That's tragic. Hey Evil, what's up? How's it going? It's been a while. Did you finish your exams? Oh. Hold on, I need my water. Got to grab it. Pretty good. Get the results on Thursday. All right. Sounds good. Yeah, for real. Hope you get the results you wanted. You know what you should do though? You should get yourself some blood angels anyway, just for as a reward for having survived exams, you know? I have to, yep. Yeah, personally, I don't think I'm gonna buy the box set. I think I'm just gonna buy some of the Saturnine stuff. Like I'm for sure gonna buy the Saturnine Dreadnought. That thing is sick. But like I haven't built the Great Pile of Shame is only that one minifigure, yeah. Like I still haven't built all of the Marines from the Age of Darkness Horus Heresy box. So like I don't think I'm gonna buy this one. MK2 should be really cool for Imperial Fist. Yeah, it should. It's really cool armor, yeah. I just, if I'm honest, I just don't, I don't have a use for that many Marines. It's a lot of power armor. the Saturnine Praetor I think is really cool. The Saturnine Terminators I think aren't as cool. But basically, no matter what, they always make the Praetor cool. Like the Praetors are just cool models. Let me get my third grit of sandpaper here. Make sure we smooth this out. And we still have a little bit of scuffing from where the pieces fit together. I recently got some problems with my Mephiston red spray paints. Huh. Do you shake your Mephiston red spray paints? Because you're supposed to shake it for like 1 to 2 minutes, I think, before you use it. If you're not shaking it enough, that might be why. I'll probably pick up the Terminators and the Dreadnought from my Crimson Fist. Yeah. Yeah, I think the Saturnine stuff is really cool. Like I said, I just don't have a need for that many Marines. The Dreadnought in particular, the Chonky Boy, like I have like a Leviathan Dreadnought and whatever. And this guy might be cooler than the Leviathan Dreadnought. Yeah, temperature has a big impact on spray paint. Where I live, it can get really, really cold. When it gets really cold, the spray paint starts to act weird. Look at how smooth that is. You love to see it. Alright, let's build this other leg. And I can show you guys how cool this kit is. I'm obsessed. I might buy another Cerastus Knight. Just because of how cool it is. Yeah, 2 minutes, like it's on the description. Okay. I'm a huge nerd for the Leviathan Siege Dreadnought. It's my favorite Dreadnought. Yeah. Not even the Saturnine can drop it? Wow, okay. I mean, I like the, Contemptor Dreadnought. I like most of the Dreadnought, like the Horus Heresy Dreadnought patterns, except the Deredeo. I don't like the Deredeo. Also, Evil, it might just be a bad rattle can. So that could also be an option. That's like a kind of a sad option, but it might just be faulty. You like the Deredeo? I don't like it. I've heard people call it the Dorito Dreadnought, and it does kind of look like a Dorito. It's funky, and that's why I love it. Yeah, I can't say the same. Not when we have, like, they drop giga bangers, right? Like the Contemptor, especially, like, alright. When they dropped Legion-specific Relic Contemptor Dreadnoughts like this, like, come on. Giga banger, alright? Leviathan Siege Dreadnought, giga banger, alright? And then they drop the Deredeo. And you're like, why? Bro. Why is it such a weird shape? Leviathan Siege Dreadnought is chef's kiss. It is. Oops. I'll take a Deredeo over a Ballistus. Over the Box Dread? Sorry, Box Dread 2.0. I don't know, maybe it's just nostalgia, but I like the I like the boxy Dreadnought. Alright. So this kit has when you can like fit it together, right? And it won't move at all, right? Like it has a set position. But all you have to do is clip off this tab, and all of a sudden you get full range of motion out of the knee joint with no drawbacks, right? Like like there's no weird spots that I have to like touch up. There's no I don't need to like sculpt in with any green stuff. It's just got full mobility. I don't know if I like the pose of the Heresy Sanguinius or not. I don't know if I know. Yeah, I'd have to look at it. Yeah, I'd have to look it up too. Is it this one? And it looks like it can be posed with a spear or a sword. I kind of like it. It's a very dynamic pose. Yeah, the scenic bases I'm not so much of a fan of. Yeah, this is diabolical. Who did this? Who did this? Hey Ilo, how's it going? Still stressful? No! Did you at least get through exams, or they're still coming up? Or a week after next? Oh no, they're coming. All right, so just something for little tip for building if people don't know. If you put a kind of a nice thick line of glue all the way around the outside, and you make sure it's directly touching the edge, when you push it together and squeeze it, you'll see the glue kind of squishes out. That's good. You want that. Oh, you can see I didn't put enough. I didn't put enough here. Essentially, actually, like the whole back. When you scrape this, when this fully sets, you can scrape it away, and then you'll have no gap between the two pieces. Yeah, you can try and kind of fix this a little bit, maybe. A little glue on. We'll see how that goes. But this works pretty well for most parts. And yeah, when you kind of scrape it away, you end up with no gap between the two parts. They're approaching fast. What do I do? I play on the clock tower. What on the clock tower? I haven't seen Perturbo, but I agree. The Lion Horse Heresy model is pretty banging. Yeah, Ilo, make sure you build in some rest and fun time in your studying. A lot of people underestimate how much just like a little bit of relaxation can help in terms of studying. But yeah, so then once it's fully dry, it does take a few hours to fully dry, but yeah, you scrape it away with like a hobby knife, and then you can use some sandpaper if you want to get it really smooth. I have 400 grit, 800 grit, and 1000 grit. And this gets it like really, really smooth, but but generally just like, getting this to make sure that there's no gap is really good. It makes your models look quite nice. Yeah. Yeah, Ilo's got the hella exams. I'm gonna be cosplaying Corax for the rest of the stream. Sounds good. Do you actually have a cosplay? I don't think he actually has a cosplay. I think he's just lurking. I have a cosplay of an Imperial officer from Star Wars. That's awesome. Do you go to cons where you wear the cosplay? You can put eyeshadow on and lurk in the shadows like Batman. Alright, we got our 2 legs built. I think I'm gonna be doing something. I'm definitely trying to snip these off. It's every 4 years there's the convention? That's crazy. Your stay got canceled? No! Oh, that's tragic, actually. I'd be so mad. It's simple to... You should think you're better than everyone because you're at the Empire. Yo. That's funny. You know, Ilo, I don't know if you drink a lot, but I recently found this board game It's called Heroes of Barcadia. And it's essentially like it's like a dungeon crawler game where you where your health bar is a beer, and every time you take damage, you have to drink some of the beer. It seems like a really fun game, and I'm getting it. I'm gonna buy it and try it out. But I know you like board games, so dungeon crawler drinking game might be up your alley. Oh, you're gonna buy it? Yeah, I am gonna buy it. Probably save the money and attend Essen Spiel. Yeah. Ever heard of Not Enough Mana? I have not. Yeah, Essen sounds like a banger convention. Are you building another Chaos Knight? I am, actually. As a matter of fact, I, as a German, am very disappointed. I don't like beer. Oh no! I'm sure you can swap it out. But I played another fun board game recently called Spirit Island. I don't know if you've heard of it, Isla, but might be something up your alley. Essentially, Spirit Island is like it's a board game where you're like nature spirits on an island, and you're trying to drive off colonizers from your island. So like colonizers come to your island, and it's your job to like summon storms to like scare them off. It's kind of a fun game. Hey, Remnant of Chaos. Evening mortals, mutants, and misguided corpse worshippers. Yo. I can say your beer time will come, yo. Really don't like it. If it's liquid, the cup will hold it. Replace it with any liquid, yeah, fair enough. Well, most of the time, yo. Also explains the German exam. Hey, Monkey Man, how's it going? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing a bit of a scattered day today. I'm building my Cerastus Knight chassis and trying to convert some of my war dogs. Because I built them as brigands, but brigands aren't so good anymore, so I'm converting them to stalkers. But luckily it's fairly easy. I made it easy on myself because I magnetized the arms, so converting them to stalkers is not that hard. Personally, I like it, but I refuse to drink alcohol. I'm feeling better without it. Yeah, it's definitely healthier not to drink alcohol. Mate of mine played an entire army of knights yesterday for me. Yeah? All the big knights? That's recently become very good. Kicked his ass with Emperor's Children. Really? I'm kind of surprised that Emperor's Children were able to put the beat down on him so hard. I mean, I know they have a lot of like lethal hits and stuff. Yeah, Knights do seem very strong right now. Played Custodes and Surrender turn 2. You ever heard of Blood Angels? Blood Angels might do pretty good actually with like the points changes. It like you can field a lot of like Sanguinary Guard, which might do pretty good into Knights with their with them losing their invul in close combat. Of course, unless you have something like a Lancer or an Atropus. Then they're just monsters in combat. Alright, let's see here. We're gonna try something new here, and I'm actually gonna switch out the blades on my hobby knife for this. Alright, so we got a nice new sharp blade. The goal is to cut off this symbol and replace it with a nice trader symbol. Oh, this is actually quite nice. I think definitely made better by the fact that I have a new blade. So it's nice and sharp. I thought I was gonna be struggling. I thought I was... This isn't bad at all, actually. I have a big Sanguinary Guard with Dante attached. Yeah. Yeah, Sanguinary Guard are quite scary for sure. A lot of the big combat units can really put a lot of damage into Knights, but you do need to get them into combat first though. You ever heard of Blood Angels? I have not. Are they cool? Yeah. Oh. Alright, not bad at all. Just run 5 carnivores, melee issue solved, for real. So I was thinking about doing a different color scheme for my Cerastus, but I actually don't know any of the Heresy era households. I need to do a little bit of a little bit of research on Heresy era Traitoris households. What about your Lamentors? Didn't you paint them? Yeah. And it's actually like almost too big. Might need to shave off a little bit more. Actually, what if I just shaved it off all the way to like... all the way to the trim? Nice. Bend it a little bit. I accidentally bought the captain of the second company. I guess I have to make a second company of Blood Angels? Yo, exactly. One company, not enough. Need two. Let's see if we can get this glued down. All right, that's pretty good. I'll have to wait for the glue to set and then kind of scrape it off and clean it up. But got a nice little Eye of the War Master for my shoulder plates. My 5th company only has 83 miniatures, 17 more. All right, what minis are you getting to fill in the gaps? Oops. I lopped off the stud. Got a bit too enthusiastic with scraping off the symbol. Surely some jump pack intercessors, for sure. Some jump pack intercessors. Seems like you need like like 3 squads of 5 and a couple characters. So maybe Lamarties? Maybe just like a lieutenant. A jump pack captain, perhaps? Dang, that stud will be missed. Thought about some company heroes and heavy intercessors. Okay. Company heroes are cool. Oh, if you don't have a company ancient, you should definitely get one. Because that's pretty important, right? Like your company has to have an ancient. Or wait, does the company heroes come with an ancient? I think it does. Now that I think about it. We have Vanguard Task Force? Maybe. Blade Guard veterans are also on the list. Yeah, some Blade Guard veterans. A Justicar might be a good option. Alright, so now we got both the shoulders and the legs with Traitoris iconography. Some Inceptors can't be lost. Yeah, that's true. A good squad of Inceptors is always big. Korax only has so many suns left. Yeah. Bro, this kit even has posable toes. Incredible. The Blood Angels captain with jump pack looks nice. He does. Leans a little bit more to just buying like jump pack intercessors and a captain. Put some wings on Coleman. Then he's sanguineous, yeah. Some Outriders, maybe? Yeah, that could be a fun addition to a list. Although you already have a good number of units that kind of fill that role, right? Like you have a lot of fast units already. With like assault intercessors and sanguinary guard and stuff. A normal Brutalis? I have to say, more Dreadnoughts, always the correct answer. When I see the things I just wrote, I am seeing how much money is going out. Yeah, that's that is quite a bit. Yeah, if you're just looking to fill the 17 models, maybe going 3 squads of 5 and a couple characters might be the way to go. just because that'll be cheaper. And you can find like intercessors and assault intercessors for pretty cheap on like eBay. Assault Terminators could be a cool throwback to the Space Hulk for your Blood Angels. That is true. You can find some of those or Space Marine or Warhammer Heroes models too. Bro, they have hold on, let me cut all these things out. They have variable sizes on the pistons that attach the foot to the leg. You'll love to see it. I just counted all the miniatures. They're exactly 17. Well, well, well. Seems like you have your answer. It's like my money cries, and I cry from happiness from having too many. Yeah. Thanks. So, I know I keep saying this, but I think this Cerastus kit is the best Warhammer kit I've ever assembled. Not gonna lie. They really cooked up on this kid. I don't know who was in charge of like putting this thing together, but they deserve a raise. Do they have upper thigh armor? No, they don't. Okay. Nice. And currently, he's going to be magnetized between being a Lancer and a Tropus. So I magnetized the arms. And basically, there's a big magnet in here, and then a smaller magnet in the hole. Kind of mimicking how the arm piece looks. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this off and attach a magnet. You'll see the magnet bit like kind of poking out, but honestly, I don't think it really matters. It is under the table. Sometimes the pieces like blast off when you cut them like that. It's a hazard. The real question is, what size magnet do I put on the arm bits? Grant me serenity to accept the painting skills I cannot change. RIP. What are you painting right now, Remnant? You got anything good on the workbench? "50 meters by 10 meters, just to be sure it sticks," yo. Facts. Just believe and everything can be done. Maybe. I have a comment for that. You put on a watch list? Oh no. Man. Alright, I will say the arms could be improved, but that's okay. Still the best. Even if I'm not the biggest fan of the arms. Simply go hard on the technical paints. I also need a bloody and glove grade pack. Facts. Working on a Skaven Spearhead box. Nice! 5 years of peer pressure to get into AOS. Hey, props to your friends. AOS is quite a fun game. They're the only race. There's only one race for me in AOS, and it's my Rat Boys. The Skaven are pretty cool and pretty unique to AOS, so I feel like this Chonker is gonna be a good a good option for the magnet. I don't really plan to start 2K points for AOS, just Spearhead. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's kind of what Spearhead's there for, right? And Spearhead is quite fun, so hopefully you enjoy it. There will be a small gap here, but I don't think I care. What size magnet is that? Let me measure it real quick because I'm not sure. It might be 8 by 1. Ten by 1? It's a chonker. There's also a 10 by 1 magnet inside the arm, and then there's a 10 by 1 magnet like inside the arm, and then there's a little one right here. So it should be pretty attached. Hey HQ, how's it going? If I can get the lid to my super glue off. Fine. Rain arrived with better temperature. Nice. Nice. That's pretty good. Grab the other one. make sure we got magnet centered. Nice. Not looking. Yeah, I said I was gonna do some painting today. I don't think that's gonna happen. I ended up just spending most of the time building, and you know what? Not a bad thing. Think I'm going now? Sounds good. Evil? Hopefully I will see you around next week. After you got the results of your exams. But I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Yeah, of course. I'll talk to you later. Now you can talk all the heresy you want, Dark Mage. Evil's not here to stop you. Heresy to Dark Mage. This is a banger. Throwback to the Wii Me Creation Music, I think, is where this is from. Being a heretic is no fun when there's no one around to oppose it, you know? Fair enough. Oh, sorry about that, Dark Mage. I didn't see your hydrate. I got you though. Appreciate the water. Something along the lines of this. Bro, he doesn't even fit on the screen. I might have to either paint him off screen or not glue the top on to do the painting. It's too big. Leave that to the side so that the legs can dry a little bit. And I think I'm at a place where I kind of have to wait for a lot of the glue to set before I do anything else. So I think I'm gonna end the stream here for today. Thank you all for hanging out. I will be streaming again next week. I think Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but that is likely to change. So hopefully I will see you all then. Until next time though, I hope you all have a great rest of your day and a great start to next week. Bye!